So we have a long way to go. There's a lot of things that we would like to talk to you about in our welcome, but we won't go through all of those today, except to say that we are launching some fairly innovative programs, and one of those, which is among my favorites, because I did go to see Porgy and Bess with ninth graders, with 4,000 ninth graders. And this program is one grade, one venue, guaranteed. Camille Love, who is with us and is the Director of Cultural Affairs, initiated a program with some encouragement and support from the Commissioner of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs and myself. We were all bemoaning the fact that there were no arts in the schools, and our children, who are 75% at or below the free lunch area. In other words, they qualify for free lunch in Atlanta public schools. We decided at a budget meeting when we didn't have any more money that we would go out and raise money privately and provide the coordination from the city of Atlanta so that all of the students, K to 12, would have an arts experience every single year that would be integrated into their normal curriculum. And I had the occasion, the second year of the program, to go to our Civic Center and see Porgy and Bess with ninth graders, 4,000 ninth graders. About half of them were Atlanta Public School students. Now here's the sad story. That was the great part of it. Here's the sad part of it. The teachers didn't believe they'd like it. Let me say that again. I hadn't been to the opera at ninth grade, and the teachers felt that the students would not like the opera. Is that true? Students loved it. You could hear a pin drop. They absolutely loved it. One of our biggest challenges in getting all 50,000 students to the cultural programs is not the program's relevance to the curriculum, because the school system actually helps us to develop that, but is our ability to get the teachers to agree that free transportation and a free ticket and a couple of hours experiencing art is worth their time. So we get about 28,000, 30,000. But we'd like to get 100% of the students. Imagine the difference in a child's life when at pre-K, all the way through 12th grade, they have a different cultural experience, guaranteed. Everything from the Carter Center to the ballet, to exhibits, to meeting an author and having a discussion about a book they've read with the author. And yet, we've put so much pressure on the teachers that they have to meet standardized test score results that our young people are not given a chance to see, both behind the scenes and on the stage, the art that they are quite capable of producing themselves. All of this in the context, the world is not flat, and Americans have to be more innovative and creative. So there's a mismatch. I'm not an education specialist, and that's really much more fun, because I don't have to worry about that part of it. I mean, that's true. So I take the approach that education has to be both about student performance as narrowly defined and student development as has been defined by the ages, as people who are well-rounded are the people who can accept the diversity that exists in our society today. So I look forward to a time when in Washington and also in our own state house, that arts are not at the bottom of the list. I have 15 months left in office, and our governor's last major initiative before the economic crisis was a fishing initiative. Now, that's not a bad thing. Fishing is a tourist and can be a tourist attraction. But you have to understand that this initiative came when we couldn't fund health care for children in need. It came when we didn't have arts in school and had been defunded, education be defunded in the state of Georgia by over $1 billion, including arts and physical education. And at the same time, we were experiencing a 100-year drought. I ask you, so I've already put my own shortcoming on the table. $4 billion for water overhaul, not a penny for art. Not a penny for art. Low per capita funding for the arts. If someone who loves dance and still dances in her head can't figure it out on her own, then the challenge really is to those of you who work in this field all of the time. You have got to be louder, bolder, and knock down the doors. Ivan Allen showed that kind of leadership by testifying at the U.S. Congress when no one, black or white, thought he should testify. Maynard Jackson showed that same boldness when he said the door will be open for everyone or else. And the part of the story that Gary didn't tell is that Maynard told the business community he would not build a new airport until the door of business opportunity was open for women and African Americans, Latino Americans, and Asian Americans. And it took them 2 years to decide he was serious. That's the kind of boldness that it's going to take for arts and culture to make it to the top 10. And I happen to believe if young people are not introduced early, Gary is right, people can change, but it's a whole lot easier if every child K to 12 is guaranteed opportunities for creativity and the arts. Guaranteed. So I come to welcome you in the tradition of W.E.B. Du Bois 105 years ago. Atlanta, Georgia, and America are on the cusp of a new beginning. It is both the best of times and the worst of times. May we make it the best of times for as many people as possible. Thank you very much.